Greetings, gamer guys and gals. I'm Zeake, welcoming you to part 31 of my Let's Play Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Shall we begin? I think we shall. The Crimean army defeats General Petrine, one of King Ashnard's famed 4 riders, and finally arrives home. The princess's return is met with the jubilation and tears of the retainers who have managed to survive. As long as we have Princess Crimea, Crimea will be liberated. These are the words that gave the people hope as they endured the harsh rule of a conquering country. The silent masses, who long for the restoration of their homeland, slowly begin to give voice to their dream. Surely they think this chance to see Crimea freed will not be wasted. One can only hope. Chapter 24, Battle Reunion. Delbray Castle. Can it be? There is no mistake in my words. The princess has returned to Crimea. Lady Lucia serves as her guide. They should be on their way here as we speak. How long it's been since we've seen the princess. We have been living for the day where we steal the eyes from Dayan's army and bring her home. And now it has come. Indeed, for His Majesty, for the Queen, and for Crown Prince Renning as well. We must act as one and support our beloved Princess Alencia. Yes, if all goes well, our dearest wish will soon come to fulfillment. There is no time to wait. If we wish to properly greet the princess and her retinue, there is much to be done. Right! Let's let everyone know. We must divide the tasks and begin preparation for a feast at once. And flowers must be prepared for the princess's chamber. Oh, we mustn't forget music and entertainment either. I suppose I shall have to polish the silver tableware I was hiding too. You? You possess such refined things? I figured a rustic boor like you would have sold them for a lamb shank. I received the silver from His Majesty when I was awarded my knighthood. I have been saving it for just such an occasion. Well done. Get ready. We are going to be very, very busy. Ha ha ha. What a fantastic day this will be. The Crimean retainers are waiting for us at this castle, Delbray? Yes. In your absence, Princess, we used the cellars beneath the castle as a secret meeting place. It is from there that we contacted other retainers who were hiding throughout the land. And no one was discovered? We disguised ourselves as merchants or peasants, and Dayan looked right past us. Their arrogance is without equal. However, now that we've heard of your return, we are bringing out our hidden Crimean armor and polishing away. Merchants? Ha! Jeffrey is one thing, but I cannot imagine Bastion as a shopkeeper. No one could. That's why he dressed as a street performer. Now that I can see. I'm sure it suited him perfectly. Did he juggle and gamble about? Hee. And Jeffrey, never have you seen a merchant with such perfect posture. That sounds just like him. Princess Alencia seems to be having a wonderful time. She's been smiling and laughing for hours. It seems she and Lucia grew up together. She feels completely at ease around her. The princess seemed to be of a good cheer when she was with us as well, but I suppose she was putting on a brave face. When I see her in this light, I'm reminded that she's still only a young woman. What we see now is the princess as she was before Dayan's attack. That is the true Princess Alencia. It's good to be home, isn't it? We've still many battles ahead, but for tonight, we should relax and let ourselves forget our cares. No one can continue under this much stress forever, right? I suppose you're right. Ike, I'd like to report the results of our last battle. Marsha was our MVP, and not much else worthy of reporting here. Pretty good work we did. There were no deaths and no injuries beyond our capabilities to heal. Everyone performed exceedingly well. That is all. By your leave, I will excuse myself. All right. Info. Ah, Ike. There. Hiding in the shadows of that tent. Grab him. Huh? What? Hey, ouch. Come on, you gotta let me go. Stop whining, you little baby. Get over here. You spineless sop, you never learn, do you? What's going on? Listen to this, Ike. While I was changing my clothes, my dear brother here tried stealing from my purse again. Don't do this here. You don't need to tell the whole camp about it, do you? Who's created the situation in the first place? And here I was thinking that you'd finally turned yourself around. Even as we speak, Mother is at home, weeping in her soup. You chowderhead. Don't worry about Mom. Dad's there to take care of her. You brainless eunuch. Gah! Marsha! Ow, 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 my foot! You're crushing it! I heard something crunch. Help! I'm being crippled! And no one cares. All right, I think that's enough. Huh. It's one thing that you're a guppy-brained lout, but it's worse that you never, ever change. You're always being chased by thugs, and I always have to go looking for you. Do you have any idea how much I worry? Wouldn't it hurt you to think of others once in a while? You're my older brother, remember? Marsha. I'm sorry, I'll give up gambling. I'll work hard and repay off all my debts. Please, you've got to believe me. Why not forgive him? He's the only brother you've got, right? Well, if Ike insists. Really? Do you forgive me? Only if you keep your word. This is the absolute last time. I swear on Dad's grave. Heh, that's not going to work. You twit, Dad's still alive. Made you laugh? About time, too. Straighten up and don't trouble your sister anymore. Say, Marsha. What is it, Makalov? You want to be bet on how long I can keep my promise? I'll give you 4-to-1 odds. Ah! So stupid. Alright, so, yeah, forgiveness is very important. But not being a doormat is also very important. Oh, Ike and Oscar. Yeah, we're not doing that. Alright, Shinon. You know, sometimes I sit back and think, like, man, it would be nice if I had better supporting partners for all my characters. I even considered at one point, like at the turning point of this game, around Chapter 18, just dropping everybody I'm using and using nothing but new units that come later on in the game. Which would be pretty fun. I thought it would be a pretty fun idea. But it's just not really worth it, in my opinion. Rayson, Jill, Mordecai. Yeah, you know, Mist and Boyd need to hurry up and get that A support. Ike and Soren, I think they're still like a chapter or two away from getting A. But I mean, besides that, we basically have no one else to support with. It's kind of a shame, but I mean, to be honest, you do not need supports to win this game. I mean, even in the hardest of difficulties, if you're smart, if you play well. Ah, yes. Our MVP. I think we're going to give that Flame Lance to... here's the problem, though. The Flame Lance is good, but honestly, like, how good is it? We could give the Spirit Dust to our friend here, and he would have 13 magic, which would allow him to use the Flame Lance better. You know, it's funny, too, because we're going to be getting a Bolt Axe at some point. And to be honest, we have no one to use that whatsoever. I don't even think there's a single unit in this game that properly or can properly use it. Maybe Titania if you get magic blessed, but I'm not really convinced. I just think it was kind of like a poor choice. Most of the magic weapons in this game, if you use them on a character who has around 10 magic, a little bit more hopefully, you're still going to get a pretty fair benefit off of it because of the fact that most non-magical units in this game have no resistance, like none, basically none, even on the higher difficulties. But still, like Tyronio has resolve. That is never going to help him if he's using magical attacks. And one of the things I would actually appreciate if they decided to remake this game would be if they made it so that you had like a magic version of Resolve. I think that would be really cool, actually. Like if there was a magical and a physical version of Resolve. Yeah. We probably should have stopped at C rank Wind, if I was going to be honest here. But I think we have enough time. We're probably not going to get the S rank Thunder. But, you know, we can try. We can try. Let's see. You don't need that. You don't need those. You don't need that. In fact, we'll probably give that elixir over to Ike. I don't see why not. You never know. He is one of those units who could benefit from it, in my opinion. And Brave Axe, oh yeah, you're going to Void over here. Titania would use that Brave Axe very well as well, but I think she'll be okay without it. Alright. Actually, do we have anything to sell? I don't think we do. I mean, we probably have stuff we could sell, but do we need to, is the question. Wind, thunder. Yeah, we're not using fire this game. No point. Yeah, we'll leave. Delbray Castle, yet again. Today's the happy day the princess returns, yet the goddess sees fit to bring rain. Calm rain is like a kiss upon the face, a scent and feel unparalleled in kind. Reunions in the rain are most heartfelt. Say, Bastion, how far do you suppose the princess and her escort have come? Why aren't they here yet? Listen, friend, you have asked me that same question 58 times, and I have responded 57 times. But now 58 comes anon. You need to calm yourself. I know, but it's only a little while longer. Make no mistake, our princess will arrive today. I understand your impatience, I really do, but you're the general of our little army. If you act so, the men will react in kind. You're right. A true knight is the essence of composure. Take a deep breath, breathe in and out. Whew. See? Don't you feel better? Ah, blast, it's no good. I'm going to go, check on stuff. What am I supposed to do with him? There they are. I see them. What, really? That's them, isn't it? The princess's army. Where? Show me where you're looking. Jeffrey, that's not the princess. Those are Dayan troops. What? No, please tell me you're joking. I do like that little pan. Once we cross the hills, we'll be in Delbray territory. Count Bastion went ahead of us, so they should know of your return by now. Speaking of which, here he comes now. I suppose he couldn't wait any longer and come riding to meet you. How sweet. Princess Alencia, Lady Lucia. Bastion, there's no need for you to rush so. I'm coming in your direction anyway. We've been attacked. Castle Delbray is surrounded by enemy troops. No! It can't be. Geoffrey's acting as a decoy. You must continue on this road to the southwest. So the enemy's found us, eh? Nothing to do about it but change course. I'll lead you to another hiding place. What are you saying, Lucia? We must help Geoffrey. Bastion. Luck was not with us, Princess. We have no choice. We'll have to abandon our companions in Castle Delbray. No, we will not! Geoffrey and the others have survived so much already. I will not abandon them. Princess, please understand. If we could do so without danger to you, we would gladly risk our lives to go back. We cannot do this. Please, Lucia, we must go to the castle. Bastion, you must not do this thing. Geoffrey is a knight. In the name of our friend's honor, Princess, you must escape. No, no! They've survived this long. They are alive. No! General Ike, we don't have much time. While we stand here squabbling, Dan scouts may spot our position. Please move the army southwest on this road. No. Pardon? What did you say? We're going to the castle. If it's surrounded by Dan troops, we cut our way through and join the other knights, understood? Weren't you listening? I said we had no choice but to leave them behind. They were lost to us the moment the enemy discovered and surrounded them. They're not so lost that we can't take them back. You are the general of Crimean's army, are you not? Even if only for the moment? I would hope that you would act more in accordance with your responsibilities. I didn't choose or ask to be general. I was put here by matters of time and circumstance. But as a mercenary, I have a contract with Princess Valencia that's still in effect. That means she's my employer. And right now, my employer says she wants to go and save the people stuck in that castle. Is that correct, Valencia? Yes, I don't want anyone else to be sacrificed. So we're going to help them. If you're so worried about the princess, I'll leave her here with you, and you keep her safe. My Lord Ike. Until the princess's army is out of sight, we must not let the enemy spot them. Do what you must to draw their attention. Yes, sir! They're coming into view. Combat formations. Alright, let's go ahead and reposition our units for the battle. I think what we want to do here is put Tyronia. We're going to bring Tyronia to the left as a provoke unit. And we're going to have Shinon over to the right. Volk is coming with us to the left as well. Marcia can go north. I think that would be fine. Yeah, I think these units can go north, while Ike and the left side can go left. We've got a couple of houses to gather, you know, a boss to defeat, and whatnot. Before we move on, we need to give Titania some better weapons here. A killer axe would be nice. She doesn't need a heavy spear. Why she's got one is beyond me. Well, I can see why she's got one. Yeah, I mean, I guess she can keep it, but... I almost want to go back and forge like a hand axe or something. I don't know. Nah, it's not that big a deal. These Crimean refugees are no easy meat, and there are more of them than I expected. General Ricard, enemy reinforcements are approaching from the east. What? It appears to be troops from Princess Crimea's army. The army that brushed aside our troops in Dan and defeated General Petrine at the Riven Bridge. They are marching toward us? Fantastic! I was getting bored hunting stragglers. Let's smash all of these curs and wrap ourselves in glory. General Joffrey, it's the Crimean army. Princess Olincia's army is headed this way. Fools! What are you thinking, Bastion? Oh, Princess, it's not too late. Please take wing and flee. Our goal is to rescue those knights near the castle. Attack! Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and move on. Master of exact damage, Boyd here. Very nice. And a Colossus. He was just trying to say, hey, look, I'm not doing exact damage anymore. I'm doing overkill. Alright. Mia would like a KO as well. You know what we could do? We could damage him a bit with Shinon. Yeah, but Shinon's probably going to crit. You know, let's just move on still anyway. And he crit. That is a-okay. Mia's not the only one who needs experience still. Give her that iron blade. A Knight Killer. Ike and company will go to the left. Yeah, Silver Lance, why not? I should probably move him full movement. And we can go ahead and keep a heavy spear on her for now. And that's our turn. Let's go ahead and see exactly what goes on here. Vantage is such a good skill, and we see why. Yep, and the assault on the knights at Castle Delbray begins. Little chunk of damage there. Not very effective, might I add. Yep. Attacking Shinon. To be expected, honestly. Shinon is my other provoke unit. And a pretty decent option to just attack a defenseless man. Ah, the curse of being a sniper. Alright, green units. It's time for you to show us how bad you are at being good. But, I mean, at least you pull off the task that you're supposed to do. Holding off the enemy and all. And it's their phase. You know, it's kind of interesting, because even though the green units are not that great in this map, they do perform their function. And they do also have the only other Valkyrie in this game besides Mist. And if you don't promote Mist, then she is literally like the only Valkyrie you'll see. Which is kind of odd. It makes you wonder, like, did intelligent systems just think, well, the Valkyries are quote-unquote good guys? Good girls, I should say. So therefore, they can't be in the Daean army? I mean, the Daean army has priests and bishops. So why couldn't they have clerics and Valkyries? It's kind of odd if you really think about it. Lucia, Bastion, are you sure you want to do this? The words of Ike ring yet on in my ears. We were so trapped by our own ideas that we were unable to sympathize with your feelings. I'm terribly sorry. Because the two of you think to put me above all else. You say you will sacrifice your lives for me. Yet, even if I'm able to borrow of Ike's strength and win back Crimea. If the cost of that victory is the lives of the two of you, I shall never smile again. And joy? Never again would that emotion fill my heart. Princess Alencia, please aid Ike and rescue Joffrey and the others. Then return to me. Come back alive. For you, we would the world itself depart. We'll be back. And it is our turn, and we get 2 new units. Bastion, a Sage, and Lucia, Swordsmaster. And talking about Bastion first. I have a feeling that the reason why the pre-promoted Sages in this game, both Bastion and Khalil, come with the ability to wield knives, isn't because they're supposed to be like... you know, you're supposed to use the knife, the stiletto, or whatever knife they come with, as a means to defeat other magic units. I've heard that theory before, like that's their physical offense. They're almost kind of like the mixed classes we have today. I don't agree. I actually believe that the only reason why knives were given to both the pre-promoted Sages in this game is to keep them from being quote-unquote overpowered and to bring some balance to the game because of how powerful the pre-promoted Sages were in the previous games, especially folks like Pent and Sed and so on and so forth. These pre-promoted Sages that are just powerful beyond belief. But, I mean, even if Bastion had a little bit better stats than what he has right now, especially speed, because speed is what he needs. He, you know, not very much speed at level 13 Sage. Even if he had the ability to wield staves and heal and whatnot, the staff utility in this game isn't that great, for one. It's not. You do get some pretty decent staves, you do have some pretty decent options, but you can do without it if you're really cautious, or if you're, you know, careful with what you do, and you don't really need a pre-promoted Sage to have it. And I don't think they would be overpowered. I really don't. You know, taking a look at Bastion compared to Soren, Soren has 6 more magic, 1 more HP, he has 5 more skill, 5 more speed, and 7 more resistance at 2 levels lower than Bastion. And yes, this is fixed mode, so this is basically guaranteed stats for Soren. I love pre-promoted units. I love bases over growths. I will be one of those guys who says that. I still love growths, and I still think there's merits to both. I am the type of person who can go ahead and play any of these Fire Emblem games and use nothing but pre-promotes and be more than satisfied, because I don't really care. Growths don't really much matter to me. It's why when I see an empty level in this game, even though I know the reason why I'm getting empty levels on fixed mode, it doesn't bother me. Not at all. I mean, I will say one thing to Bastion's benefit. He has great physical stats. So he can wield just about any tome in the game and not be weighed down, just about. And he has pretty decent defense. So he's not going to take as much damage as Soren. But he comes with an absolutely terrible skill. This skill is, I want to say, one of the most, I think it's the second most useless skill in this game. In fact, Lucia comes with the worst and most useless skill in this game. Corrosion in this game, I'm not even sure how exactly it works. I believe it's your combined level of both your stages, so it would be, if that was the case, it'd be he'd be degrading a weapon's durability by 33. Now, I'm not sure if that's the case. It might be just his current level in his current class. If that's the case, then it's only 13, and it maxes at 20. And Radiant Dawn, I do know that it is your max combined level. So you can utterly wipe out weapons in that game because you have 3 tiers, 3 classes. So you can have up to 60 levels to throw, you know, 60 durability away on an enemy's weapon, which you kind of don't want to do, I mean, to be honest. Corrosion's not that useful. If he came with a better skill, and if he came with staves, he would be a much better unit. Is he still fun? Is he still useful? Absolutely. We're not going to be using him, however. Except for getting him a little bit further up north. Not completely further up north, mind you. we have to be kind of careful of Mr. Killer Lance here. But talking about Lucia, Lucia. She's not terrible, I will say that. She's definitely far worse than Mia. I mean, Mia is level 10, and she beats her in every area. Defensively, offensively, speed-wise, even health. I mean, she beats her in everything. Even personal skills. I mean, she comes with Vantage. Even if you give Mia nothing, Vantage is still leagues and bounds better than the absolutely awful Parity, which in all instances cancels support, terrain, and skill bonuses, making units fight on ability alone. This is useless. Unless you're playing on Maddening, the Japanese exclusive hardest difficulty of this game, you are almost never, ever going to see a generic enemy with a skill. And just about no units in this game, even bosses, have skills either. There's a couple. There are a couple, I'll grant you. But for the most part, it's just not there. This is, bar none, the most useless skill in this game. She comes with the Legu's Guard, which is cool. We're going to be giving that to somebody else because we're not using her. My only problem with Lucia is that they tried to make her seem like she's a magical swords master, which would have been really cool. If she kept her strength, kept her defense, I'm fine with those stats, but had like 16 magic and like 18 resistance. Oh my word, I'd use her every time. Because I love the magic weapons. I think they're awesome. I think they're very cool and very useful. Not everybody agrees. You know, everybody thinks it's a joke in order to, you know, build units on magic weapons in this game. But I think they're actually pretty good, especially if you're going to use up a Hermern to, you know, get the Sonic Sword up like I'm going to do. She has potential, and I do believe she even has a decent magic growth. So on fixed mode especially, you'll see probably around like 15 or 16 magic by the time she's maxed. But it's not, it's just not worth it. If you're going to use a magic unit for the magical swords in this game, and I do say swords because there is more than the Sonic Sword, Mist is still the best option. Would I use her if she was more magic oriented? Absolutely. Absolutely. But for the time being, she's just not up to snuff, so we're going to have to leave her be. Alright, so we kind of have to be careful here. Mr. Killer Lance here, really, he's just, you know, one of those units. Who can survive a hit from him, a crit? Looks like Marsha can. Boyd definitely can. We're probably going to let him attack Boyd. Then again, I think... No. His range does not overlap. If we keep him on the edge... Yeah, we could go ahead and put Boyd right on the edge. Like right here. Yeah, we'll put her there. We do want to KO both these guys. Shinon and Mia can go ahead and do that. Yeah, we're probably going to have to use... I mean, we could use the Brave Bow for this, but we'll use the Mayhem. Just take them out. We can go ahead and heal Shinon as well with Soren this turn. And, yeah, finish off this other guy with Mia. It'd be nice. Less enemies in the area, better for us. Especially since we're going to have some reinforcements to deal with as well. Very nice crit, Mia. Appreciated. Yeah, I don't always take advantage of, like, the... In fact, I don't think I have taken advantage of Mia's Wrath Vantage combo. And truth be told, having her enemy phase tank with that combo is so dangerous. It's useful, but it's not like the most useful thing in the world. Alright, so what we could do, we do want to get some more experience on Ike. We need more experience on Ike. So we're going to go ahead and KO this guy here. Very nice, Ike. Very nice. Yep, we can throw a spear at this guy. Leave him low for our good old Volk, because Volk needs experience points as well. You know, training him up is worthwhile in my opinion. Doing pretty decent damage, I'd say. And he gets a crit. Very nice. Didn't need it, but very nice. Oh, that's another thing too. I actually don't think 12, yeah. Assassins don't get a crit bonus in this game either, which is kind of a shame. Alright. We can take and drop. And we can heal Titania. And that's max level for Mist. And she gets a fantastic one as well. Very good. Alright, enemy phase. And this is why I threw Tyronia up front. Give everybody some attack targets. Very nice. Appreciated. Alright, are you going to do damage to Tyronia? And he misses. Nope. 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 They just don't want to put Tyronia in resolve range. It's not a good idea in their mind. I understand. I kind of wouldn't have minded if he crit him either way or anything like that. It's not like anybody would have killed Boyd, but I'm glad he didn't. I love Tyronia. Tyronia is such a good unit. Such a good unit. And there's so many people who would just, you know, laugh him out of the building. Oh, he's an armor knight. How could he possibly be good? He's fantastic on any difficulty. In fact, I'm pretty sure he's one of, if not the best units in every difficulty. It's very good to have a tank that can not only tank, but can just take on swaths of enemies. And with his resolve skill, he can do just that. Yep. Will he actually hit, though? And he did. Tyronia does not care, though. Not one bit. And he doubles him. You know, that, yeah, Bolganone is pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. That was a mistake on his part, wasn't it? Yep. The green units just being distractions. Good on you, old green units. So silly that they do this. They'll run away and heal themselves with vulneraries, even though they have a physic-wielding Valkyrie. I don't understand that. I personally think that if I had the ability to, I would change the AI of these green units to be like more attack-oriented and just rely on their Valkyrie to heal them. Because just going everywhere and using your vulneraries is... It's not very useful. And she doesn't even heal. And she's got a physic. She's got a men. She has an elixir. I mean, he could have ran up next to her and used an elixir. Okay, green units. Good grief. Good grief. Alright, so I think this is a perfect opportunity to say we're going to finish this map next time. But until then, I'll see y'all later.